Hello, let's begin to look at the skills section of your resume structure. Now, when you are applying to a company and the recruiters, the employers, the readers of your resume or cover letter, what they're looking for is effectively to see if there is less of a risk and more of an asset in you in your hire. So effectively, the companies want to reduce the risk of hiring someone and improve the output, the positive output that this employer, this prospective employer will give them. And effectively, the resume is looking at all this information to assess that. And your skills section is really key because they want to see how well you can perform your task and what you can do. So that leads us into two particular categories of skills. And you can call them personal and you can call them professional. And personal more is about how you live life, and professional is more what you do. You can distinguish these a little bit more, and you can do soft skills and hard skills. Now, soft skills, again, is kind of how you do things, and hard skills is kind of what you can do, your proficiency with doing something. Now, when we look at the definition of skills, skills is effectively your tangible ability to perform a task. And when we divide them into these two categories, it helps us understand how we can put them, organize our skills on our resume. Now, what are soft skills and what are hard skills? And let's take a look at a few lists here. So some soft skills you can read here. We've got critical thinking, what's wrong, what's right, problem solving, what is the solution, public speaking, communicating to an audience, ideas, and connecting with the audience, customer service, helping the people that are working or have purchased your product or using your product find solutions, teamwork, obviously working well with others to accomplish a goal, communication, helping to express your ideas, express your solutions, express yourself, collaboration, working well with different areas of the company or just working well with other people on a team. Hard skills, agile, testing things as they go, Scrum, a particular meeting style, performance tracking, assessing how well someone is doing and meeting their benchmarks, meeting their outcomes that are expected of them, design how something looks, whether you can design something well through a particular software program or with a particular artistic style, product knowledge, how something works and how you understand how it works, managing cross-functional teams. So how do you manage these teams, and what can you do with managing teams? Is it good? Is it bad? So these are just some categorizations of soft and hard skills. We'll get into some specific ones later in this lecture, and what are the most in-demand soft and hard skills of 2020. So some points to remember is you don't want to have a resume that is just the same one you send to a lot of places. You want to tailor it, and the people who are looking at your resume will see this. They will see that you really are interested in the company, you're interested in doing the work that they have to offer, or you're interested in making the impact that the company is trying to have. And you also want to do this so you can help avoid the screening bots that will either get rid of your resume, and you want to do it so that the screening bots will include your resume because they've developed ways to be more efficient with people who send their resume in. So some tips to list your skills on your resume. Make sure you have a very distinct section. It doesn't want to look like it's just another job experience, another role that you had in the past. It can kind of be camouflaged in that way. So if it's separate into the side and the margins, maybe that might look a lot more attractive, a lot easier for the reader to comprehend. Again, with the keywords, you want to make sure that you include those so that the screening bots can either take your resume and include it so someone actually reads it. Be specific and correct. So you want to make sure you're applying to the right industry. If you're applying to a magazine and you're using a resume meant for a newspaper, that's obviously not going to work. You want to categorize hard and soft skills like we mentioned. This makes things much easier for the person reading your resume to understand what are they getting from you and how are they reducing the risk of hiring you. And then also you don't want to have too many skills listed. because this is just confusing. It's too much, so it'll be forgettable. Number 6, to organize your skills better, you want to use bullet points. Don't use a paragraph. Also, when you do list your skills, how good are you at them, and how can you make it easy for the person reading your skills to understand how good you are? And of course, you want to make sure you can prove this, so you want to be accurate in the way you assess your own skills. But the ways you can assess your skills is you can just use words. You can use advanced, intermediate, or basic. You can use a dot rating system. You might not want to use a skill on your resume that's too low. So if you use a system of 5 dots, 5 being advanced and 1 being basic, you want to fill in the appropriate number of dots, and you don't want to have a skill listed that's listed there with just 1 dot. So 2 or more if you're using the dot system. Here are some examples. The one on the left, you can look at the bottom. It just has sort of a very small, undistinguished, basic skill list. They do have the bullet points, which is good. And then on the right, you can see that they used a dot system, which pops out right away. You can see it, just your eye goes straight towards it after you look at the heading there. And then it's listed very conveniently. There's skills and then languages. So this is very attractive. So this is a thumbs up for this one on the right. So most in-demand skills of 2020. Here's some examples. So you can read the list there. The ones that I would make a note of that actually encompass other things outside of this list and also things within this list are creativity, emotional intelligence, public speaking, and leadership. Creativity, we have such a dynamic marketplace, such dynamic workplaces right now, and so many tools to work with, that if you can know how to implement these tools and work with these dynamic systems creatively in ways that haven't been used before to give the company or the group or the team an edge, this is very desirable. And then also emotional intelligence. There's so many hard skills out there, so many emphasis on people who have a lot of hard skills. The soft skills tend to be overlooked. But if you have someone that has very good emotional intelligence, that has a lot of soft skills, they're very well developed in basically how they deal with people or how they perform their job. This can help balance out the people who are very technically gifted and can't really understand that well things that don't fit within their system, maybe their left brain system. And then leadership and public speaking. It's effective at communicating your ideas well and quickly, and to connect with the audience. And leadership, obviously, to accomplish the goals, which is important. Hard skills for 2020. We have very technologically adept and advanced and advancing marketplace. These are some of the skills that are helping to do that for the past year. And the ones that I would make note of are analytical reasoning, artificial intelligence, affiliate marketing, business analysis. So begin listing your skills on your resume, and hopefully you can help make your resume stick out to recruiters, readers, and employers. Bye.